Brad Underwood and his Fighting Illini are facing Dan Hurley and his UConn Huskies. Now, this is going to be an interesting matchup in the men's Final Four. Fighting Illini are 28-8. They're 3 seed. UConn are 33-5. They're 2 seed. Now, for UConn to get here, they had to do a massive comeback. They were 19 points down, and they were able to come back and won off a final 3-pointer. Now, the Illini, on the other hand, they've been winning at a pretty good clip. I mean, beat Penn 105-70, BCU 76-55, Houston 66-55, 55, Iowa 71-59, UConn, you know, 82-71 against Furman, 73-57 against UCLA, 67-63 against Michigan State, and like I said, they just beat number one Duke 73-72. Going to be a really fascinating game. Now, UConn's been beaten by Arizona this year, St. John's twice, Creighton, and Marquette. The Illini were beaten by Alabama, UConn beat them, Nebraska, Michigan State, Wisconsin, UCLA, Michigan, and then Wisconsin again in the tournament. It's a lot of their games have come down to overtime. Seriously. When they lost to Michigan State, Wisconsin, both times against Wisconsin and UCLA lost, were all in overtime. So if you're going to be fighting, this is a team that will have a hard time making it down the stretch. UConn, yeah, they went in overtime against a few folks, but when they went in overtime, they won it. This is a fighting team. I'm looking at these two teams, and it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup. Brad Underwood made it to the Elite Eight. Quite a few of his record, though, got taken away. When he was at Stephen F. Austin, they had a nasty scandal. One of those years, he made it to the round of 32. First year there that didn't get taken off, he made it to the round of 32 with Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. That's when they were in the Southland Conference. But he was there 3 seasons. The last 2 seasons, that record is taken away because of an academic scandal. That it didn't just affect basketball; it affected football as well. Um, then he went to Oklahoma State, or went to Oklahoma State and made it to NCAA tournament. Since he's been at the Illini, gone to the round of 32 3 times, made it one year to the round of 64, and one year he made it to the Elite Eight. So this is his first time making it to the Final Four. Dan Hurley, on the other hand, did rebuilt Wagner Seahawks in the Northeast Conference, and he then went into the Atlantic 10 Conference and coached Rhode Island Rams. Made it to the round of 32 the last 2 seasons he was there. I mean, he turned them way around. And now he's at UConn, and he's had 2 national titles at UConn. The other seasons, he made it to the round of 32, which was last year, and 2 years prior to his championships, made it to the round of 64 twice. So, we've got 2 interesting coaches. One's a 2 seed, one's a 3 seed. We're going to cover this by the numbers, as I always do. I'm going to say this. I have a different perspective on this. Some of my key stats I'm thinking will come into play, but we're going to see. Let's get to it though. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. The Fighting Illini are a 3 seed, so we're going to start with them. They score on average 83.8 points a game. They allow 68.7 points a game, 46.4 field goal percentage, 78% free throw percentage. They're 15th in the nation on that stat. 34.8 3-point percentage, 10.7 3-pointers made a game, 15th in the nation on that one. 14.5 assists. They're not working real well as a team, but they're winning, so 37.6 defensive rebounds. They're 6th in the nation on that one. 8.4 turnovers. They're 7th in the nation on that stat. 4.6 block shots. Now, they also steal the ball 3.8 times. Now, Keaton Wagler, who leads in points, assists, and steals, 33.8 minutes, 17.9 points, 5 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.4 blocks, 1.8 turnovers, 44.5 field goal percentage, and 40.7 3-point percentage, with 79.6 free throw percentage. Andrei Stojakovic, 26.2 minutes, 13.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.4 steals, 0.5 blocks, 1.3 turnovers, 50.3 field goal percentage, 24.4 3-point percentage, and 82.3 free throw percentage. David Markovic, who leads in rebounds, 29.5 minutes, 13.5 points, 8.1 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.3 blocks, 1.9 turnovers, 48.7 field goal percentage, 37.6 3-point percentage, and 76.1 free throw percentage. Colin Boswell, 30.3 minutes, 12.5 points, 3.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.8 steals, no blocks, 1.1 turnovers, 45% field goal percentage, 31% 3-point percentage, and 77.3 free throw percentage. Their center, Zvonimir Ivisic, he blocks the ball 2 times a game at least. They've got 5 players in double digits. They're doing elite level rebounding, scoring really well. Their field goal percentage isn't bad in any way, shape, or form. Neither is their 3-point percentage. Both of them in the great levels on that. Block shots, not bad at all. I would say they're a great team at that. Steals, they fail at that one. Turnover rate is amazing. I like their turnover rate. 14.7 assists. They're not working that well as a team. They're doing okay, but they're, and do I think they belong in the Final Four? Yes. I think they earned their way to the Final Four. I am by no means saying that they don't deserve to be in the Final Four, but they've got several glaring weaknesses that, hey, any coach is going to look at and exploit them. But they are rebounding really well. They are. Blocks, good stat for them. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, those are not at elite levels, but they're at great levels. And they're scoring, though. They can score. I have to give them that. They've got 5 great scorers and a few guys underneath them that aren't doing too bad themselves. So, Fighting Illini deserve to be in the Final Four. Now, the UConn Huskies. They score 77.1 points a game. They allow 65.2. 48.1 field goal percentage, 71.9 free throw percentage, 34.6 3-point percentage, 8.2 3-points made a game, 18.4 assists. They're 9th in the nation on that. Good teamwork. 33 defensive rebounds a game, 10.2 turnovers a game. A little high there. 5.2 block shots. They're 14th in the nation on that stat. And they steal the ball 6.9 times. Paris Reed is the guy that you got to pay attention to. He's their center. Leads in points, rebounds, and blocks. 26.9 minutes, 14.7 points, 8.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, zero point 0.9 steals, 2.1 blocks, 1.9 turnovers, 62.1 field goal percentage, doesn't do three pointers, and 59.4 free throw percentage. Alex Caravan, 34.1 minutes, 13.2 points, 5.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists, zero point 0.8 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.1 turnovers, 47.5 field goal percentage with a 38.6 3-point percentage, 85.3 free throw percentage. Solo ball, 28.7 minutes, 12.9 points, 3.2 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.5 steals, 0.2 blocks, 1.2 turnovers, 39% field goal percentage, 29.2 3-point percentage, and 85.2 free throw percentage. Braylon Mullins, 28 minutes, 11.9 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, 0.6 blocks, 1.3 turnovers, 43.4 field goal percentage, 32.8 3-point percentage, and 88.6 free throw percentage. Silas Damari, who's also given them 10.4 points, is also leading in assists and steals, 5.9 assists, 1.6 steals. I'm looking at this team doing really good at rebounding on the defensive, but they're doing really good, but not quite at elite levels. Their assists are on an elite level. They're getting the ball out to who needs to be. Even though they do have some shooters that, even though they have a good, bordering on elite field goal percentage, they've got a few of their key players that aren't shooting like they need to. Turnovers, not bad. A little worrisome here and there, but not bad. Silas Damari's turning the ball over 2.3 times. Their blocks into that elite level. Steals, not bad. Scoring, a little worrisome, but considering what all else that they're doing, and they're able to get to the end game really well, as was shown against Duke. I'm looking at this and I'm going, they belong in the Final Four, but they also have some weaknesses that can be exploited. Really good team. I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're a fighting team. Terrace Reed and Silas Damari are doing a lot of work on this with this team. And they're not having to overplay any particular player. Alex Caravan is in the game the most at 34.1 minutes, but and Silas Damari and Solo Ball are coming in second and third on this. But they're doing what they need to do, and they're switching out players, seeing who will be able to do the best at the time. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Now, according to the ESPN matchup predictor, they're saying the Fighting Illini have a 59% chance to win this game. UConn has a 41% chance to win this game. I'm looking at this. This is one of those 51-49 situations. In all honesty, I'm going to go against what the ESPN matchup predictor is saying. I honestly think that because of a few key stats, even though the scoring's not there, I honestly believe that the Huskies are going to win it. And I am second to none in disliking the Huskies athletic program. But, in all honesty, scoring aside, I think UConn knows how to hold at the right time. They've got the right coach for it. Both these are great coaches, but honestly, I think Dan Hurley is better prepared in this game. I really do. I honestly think that he's better prepared. And when he gets into these 30-win seasons, he knows how to carry it through. I hate saying it, but I really do think looking at everything, looking at their performances, looking at how the Illini and UConn did the first time around, I don't see Illinois winning the game easily. I think UConn's got an easier way to win this game. Harris Reed, I don't think they have an answer for Terrace Reed with the Illini. Silas Damari, yeah, they've kind of got away for him, but at the same time, I think that they're negating each other on that. I think this is going to be coming down to who can get in there. And while I like what a lot of the Illini are able to do, I just think that the way that UConn plays, the way that they fight, and they keep it from going into overtime and tiring out everybody. The Illini had to go to overtime too often this past season, and it wore them out, and they lost their game. UConn can wear you out if they have to. They've got the team. They've got their team members prepared. They've got a deep enough bench to be able to handle it. I'm looking at everything and I'm saying this is a UConn game. Like I said, I hate saying that, but the Huskies to me, minus the fact that they don't seem on average they don't score as much as you would think, they're just looking like the better team to me. I could be wrong. I am wrong all the time, not every time. I've got probably a better than average shot on predicting games, but this one is just looking too much like the Huskies for me. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, folks, before you leave, if you're can't become a member via my YouTube channel, which that's for my thinker. I've also got sports. I've got a Patreon. If you really, really want to help me out, I would be much appreciated. But hey, hitting like, hit subscribe, hit commenting, all those things really help me out. Have a good day.